Welcome to Netsuke Mugen Crafts. Buildings, sculptures as well. Oxford's really nice. Welcome to Netsuke Mugen Crafts.
This realm. If you ever...
Hello, traveler. You know, I feel livelier after hearing your voice. Let me think. When the Finch Adeptus invited me over for some tea, she told me that you can use your willpower to change the topography here. If you don't mind, could you find an open place and form 1 or 2 mountains there? It doesn't matter what they look like, as long as it's something that you'd find difficult to climb. The craggier, the better. But if that would take too much time and effort, just scrap the idea. Yes, I'm so grateful for the delicious food and the cozy accommodation you've provided, but no, I fear that I'll get out of shape if I'm too comfortable for too long. I still have a long way to go before I can become a well-seasoned surveyor. I can't get complacent. Besides, understanding the landforms you create will allow me to see what kind of terrain might pose a challenge to you, so I can prepare a plan accordingly. This way, I'll soon be of some help. Great! Thank you. Hearing that makes me really motivated. Hello, traveler. You know, I feel livelier after hearing your voice. Oh, of course. It's rare to have time alone with you. I have so many things I want to ask you about. Oh, for instance, your mastery of the sword allows you to defeat strong opponents that are even beyond the reach of arrows. Distance and firing range are never a problem to you. How do you manage it? Okay, sure. Since we'll be traveling together, watching you fight will definitely be the best way for me to learn. Anyway, let's move on to a lighter topic. What kind of story do you want to hear? Let me think. Oh, here's an interesting one about the reconnaissance company. When I first started, we'd pluck the petals off a sweet flower to decide who was on cooking duty after work. Some of us weren't that good at cooking, but no one ever complained. We'd just polish off everything and then give constructive criticism. With everyone's feedback and a period of trial and error, everyone's culinary skills significantly improved. Obviously, our cooking can't compare to what you'd find at restaurants in the city, but they're pretty delicious as field rations go. Good idea. It introduces an element of surprise, too. I'm already looking forward to our next meal. Oh, I'll go and collect some sweet flowers. Hello, traveler. You know, I feel livelier after hearing your voice. Yes, I love it. This place is amazing, beautiful, and peaceful. There's so many wonderful things I've never seen before. I doubt there's any other place in Teyvat that can compare to this. Even if you just give me a tiny tent, I'll still be super comfortable here. Oh, but if I'm gonna be camping outside, I'll have to trouble you for some firewood to make a campfire. Thank you. I hope me being here isn't too much of an imposition. If there's anything I can help with around here, please do let me know. I used to spend a lot of time cleaning and tidying the house and yard. That was a while ago, but I'm probably still okay at it. Oh, that's extremely kind of you. Thank you ever so much. I guess I should stop with all the formalities before I ruin the mood. All right, I'll make myself at home then. I want to do a detailed survey of this place. I'll do my best to understand your design philosophy. That way, I can help you out if you ever need it.
Welcome home. It's great to have you back. I heard that I should say these sorts of things whenever family returns home. As a matter of fact, I would like something to eat. Well, no, not really. I actually just wanted to sit and chat with you over a long meal. I heard that sharing a meal is really important to the people of Liyue. It's not only about eating, but rather sharing an enjoyable time with those that are important to you. When everyone gathers together over a meal, that's called a get-together, right? Oh, like Lantern Rite. I know that everyone is supposed to release shell lanterns during that holiday. Oh, a pity that it's only once a year. I see. I used to always feel that the holidays had nothing to do with me. But now, there seems to be a longing in my heart for the next holiday to come more quickly. I would like to use all that I have learned to celebrate together with you. I've been growing thanks to your constant guidance. Believe me, I won't forget your kindness. And my feelings toward you are not only of gratitude. But anyway, let's celebrate the next holiday together. Yes, a big get-together. Welcome home. It's great to have you back. I heard that I should say these sorts of things whenever family returns home. Chat? Oh, then I suppose you must enjoy chatting. Just like my master. All right then. Aside from my rigorous training in the Adepti arts, my master also taught me the skills of conversation. Though more often than not, she was the only one speaking, and I ended up just listening quietly. I suppose I should take the opportunity to practice whenever it presents itself. Why don't you start? Well, it seems that conversation is a skill that can't be practiced like other arts. There isn't any concrete methodology to mastering it as far as I can tell. I only remember my master saying that the purpose of talking is not only to convey information, but also to direct the mood and deepen mutual feelings. Well, according to her, you should pick topics of interest to your partner. That's the best way to direct the mood of the conversation. Before I met you, I wasn't close with anyone. There were barely any topics that would ever spark my interest. Well, whenever my master brought you up as the topic, I'll admit I felt quite amused. Yes, you. She said that you are widely regarded as a bold and fearless hero. But if people had seen the look of sheer panic on your face when you fell from the first Jade Chamber... You're blushing. Oh, is this how it feels when the mood of a conversation begins to shift? It seems my master's conversation techniques are quite handy after all. I've got it. I shall go ask my master all about you. That way, we'll have many more common topics to discuss. Oh, I suppose there's no need to go through all that trouble. You're already sitting right here in front of me, after all. In which case, please, tell me more about yourself. I'll remember everything you say. Welcome home. It's great to have you back. I heard that I should say these sorts of things whenever family returns home. To be honest, I had originally expected this place to be like an Adeptus abode. I never suspected that your design would differ so greatly from what I had imagined. Most Adepti spend their years wandering the outside world. Though their abodes can be uniquely picturesque, they also feel like a lonely and remote paradise. But here feels very warm and cozy, and I have a nice person like you to keep me company. I've truly never experienced anything like this. What I mean is, I like it here. I will cherish this place and learn to adapt to life here. However, there are many pieces of decoration and furniture here that I've never seen before. I'm uncertain of their use or purpose. So please take a moment to explain everything to me when you could spare the time.
Hello. It's nice and quiet here. Thank you for inviting me. I already do what I want every day, so I can't think of a substantial answer to that question right away. I'm content with things as they are now. Oh, do I give you that kind of impression? Very well then. I don't like having my hands full. It interferes with my thinking process. But that reminds me. I need to make myself look like I'm always occupied, so I can avoid things I don't want to do and people I don't want to interact with. You, on the other hand, have a vast social circle, so you must run into difficult people quite often. I suggest that you ask them a few questions that they'll never find exact answers to. Once you divert their attention and energy into other matters, they should leave you alone rather quickly. Don't mention it. To some extent, I want everyone to lead the lives they want to live. That way, people will cause fewer headaches for each other. I figure most people would think similarly. Wouldn't it be great to live in a world without annoyances? Hello. It's nice and quiet here. Thank you for inviting me. Sure, if you're mentally prepared. But before you say anything, I'm not very interested in small talk. If you need something, just get to the point. As for whether I'll help, it'll depend on the situation. You could say it's the product of life experience. If you want to live at a more leisurely pace, you can try copying a page or two from my book. Hello. It's nice and quiet here. Thank you for inviting me. It's all right. I see that you opted for a diverse range of decorative styles. Doesn't entirely suit my preferences, but that's fine with me. It's hard to say. I value practicality. Aesthetics aren't generally something I put into consideration. But that's just my personal inclination. It may not work for you. After all, I'm not familiar with every single detail of your life. The top priority when furnishing a space is the owner's satisfaction. Everything else is secondary.
How have you been recently? If you ever feel unwell, don't ignore it and soldier on, okay? Have a good rest, and let's hope tomorrow is another good day. Me? Oh, I'll hit the hay as soon as I'm done with my studying.
Oh, goody, you're here! Do you need help with anything? Have you been doing well lately? Oh, come on, tell me all about it. Are you interested in finches? I think they sing very beautifully. And I can sing too, by the way. Yeah, in the past, while my parents busied themselves planting herbs, I would often run off into the hills and forests to play. And there was one time I encountered a large finch teaching a smaller finch how to sing. The big finch would sing a line, the small finch would follow along, and so would I. Sure, can't say no to that. And to thank you for taking me under your wing, allow me to teach you the Song of the Finches. Don't worry, it's way easier than learning to use a spear. Oh, don't worry. Master taught me this thing called, understanding by analogy. I want you to see this as just us having some fun, not studying a difficult class or anything. So, let's do it like this. I'll sing a line, and you'll follow after me. Don't sweat the other stuff. I'll make the arrangements. Oh, goody, you're here! Do you need help with anything? Have you been doing well lately? Oh, come on, tell me all about it. Sure, I love chatting. It's always fun, no matter who I'm talking to. Well, such as cranes. I encountered a very beautiful crane once while washing radishes by a brook. It had many colorful feathers. It was so pretty to look at. I called out to it, and to my surprise, the crane could speak. Wow, you got that without any hints. How did you guess? I guess the term smart cookie was made just for you, huh? Nice one. Auntie Cloud Retainer and I had a great time chatting, and then we ate the shredded radish salad that I made. She also told me a lot of interesting stories. Eventually, she declared that we had been fated to meet and gave me Uruguay. She made it using her very own mechanical arts, you know. Adeptus arts, mechanics. I'm really amazed by her many powerful and practical skills. Oh, let's go talk to her together sometime, shall we? you're here! Do you need help with anything? Have you been doing well lately? Oh, come on, tell me all about it. Oh, this is much livelier than my place, but it also isn't quite the bustling hive of activity the wharf is. Of course. Oh, come on, you don't have to worry about me. You see, Master has taught me that when in an abode, do as the Adepti do. Wait, I think it's the guests should go along with their host. But whatever the case, I love it here. I just hope I'm not imposing. If you don't mind, I'd like to stay here a little longer. And, you know, accompany you for a while. I'm here. Do you have a new story for me? I'll trade you some candied Ajalenoc nuts. I made them myself. May I start with a question? Do you really enjoy collecting things? Sometimes you remind me of a sumpter beast, plodding along with a big pack full of materials and supplies. I'm quite curious. You already have more than enough resources to last a lifetime. So why do you keep bringing everything with you? And why do you still collect even more during your travels? Yes, I thought so. Okay, that makes sense. People do sometimes act irrationally for the sake of pursuing their interests. Like the forest boar that fell in love with a shroomkin. It changed its own form just to ensure the shroomkin's survival. In the end, they were eaten together as a delicacy. But that's besides the point. I don't feel one way or another about collecting, but since it's something you enjoy, I'd like to join in and see what it's like. I want to travel across this vast land with you, experience everything you enjoy, and do all the things you do. Will you indulge my curiosity? And will you accept my request? Then let's face the sun and pick the first mint we find. I'm here! Do you have a new story for me? I'll trade you some candied Ajalenoc nuts. I made them myself. Sure, but instead of diving into story time, let's talk about what's troubling you. I'm sure you're wondering how I knew. Well, your troubles are written on your face, silly. I'm always observing you, you know. You look as miserable as a lavender melon that's been struck by lightning. Don't lose heart. Sometimes you might feel like you're the unluckiest person in the world. But for all you know, it could also just be an unfortunate situation. Well, to use an analogy, let's say a Rishbalin tiger ate a fox and got diarrhea. You can't know for sure whether the diarrhea was caused by eating the fox or by something inside the fox's stomach. Does that make sense? If Rishbalin tigers stopped eating foxes out of fear of diarrhea, they would have become extinct a long time ago. As long as the Rishbalin tiger keeps eating foxes, and as long as we keep living our lives, we'll experience all kinds of different situations. Fortunate, unfortunate, and everything in between. There, you're doing great. Have a head pat.
Oh, it's you. Have you encountered some troubles with your studies? Don't be afraid to tell Madame Faruzan. Of course, if you are in need of some life advice, feel free to consult with me as well. I'm trying to figure out what the kids from the desert might enjoy. Would they prefer snacks or toys? Do you have some time to help me out? A colleague of mine left the academia some time ago to return to the desert as a teacher. I received a missive from her the other day. She was wondering if I had any interest in paying her a visit, and perhaps holding a few literacy classes for the students. So you haven't forgotten about my wish. But the point of this trip would be to just help them learn to read some of the most commonly used words. We want to make reading easier for them so they can hopefully discover more interests on their own. If some of the seeds that we plant today can take root and grow into lofty trees in the future, that is enough for me. Whether they choose to pursue the same field of research as me is a separate matter. Ultimately, it will all depend on their natural aptitude. Look at you, trying to figure me out. Do I detect someone is getting a little too big for their boots? There's no point in teaching you a different kind of lesson right this moment, though. I still need time to finish some prep. Speaking of prep... drat. It just came back to me. A little while ago, the academia announced a new set of rules for off-site teaching. Every instructor must fill out a whole set of application forms. What a nuisance. Oh well, to the ends of the ruins with that. When they find me out, I'll just say my memory failed me. It's not like they can do anything to me. Planning for my visit to the desert is far more important. Why don't you come with me to pick out some gifts? Snacks and toys? Let's get a good selection of both. Oh, it's you. Have you encountered some troubles with your studies? Don't be afraid to tell Madame Faruzan. I'll give you all the help you need. Of course, if you are in need of some life advice, feel free to consult with me as well. Speaking of chatting, I once contemplated this concept in quite some depth. So here's a question for you. What sets conversation apart from other means of information exchange, such as debate or passing on a message? That's exactly right. We want to learn more about the other person's feelings, opinions, and preferences. Plus, conversing also allows us to share interesting experiences, as well as ease each other's burdens. The exact topic of the conversation doesn't matter, as long as you're learning about the other person. Or, to put it another way, every topic matters. For those who care about you, even the most trivial things about your life will be worth their full attention. Alas, I regret to say in the past, I have never had the time to consider the value of conversation. Day after day, I shut myself in and toiled away at my research. Even when I was out traveling in foreign lands, I made sure to keep my letters to friends and family short and to the point. I never shared any bad news, only the good. I dare say that I earned the title of a scholar. Yet I cannot call myself a good daughter, student, or friend. Thank you for your concern. But there's no need to fret. You know me. I'm not one to dwell endlessly on the past. I say all this only as a reminder to myself. It's important to appreciate what you have in the here and now, to value and cherish the people you are close to. All right, there's no need to flatter me. If you agree with my sentiments, why don't you help me put them into practice? As someone I greatly value, you may occasionally find yourself in receipt of a letter from me, or indeed I may approach directly for a face-to-face conversation. I just hope you won't find me to be excessively chatty. Oh, it's you. Have you encountered some troubles with your studies? Don't be afraid to tell Madame Faruzan. I'll give you all the help you need. Of course, if you are in need of some life advice, feel free to consult with me as well. I'm quite comfortable. Don't worry, I'm not one of those crabby old geezers who love to find fault with everything. I'm usually quite easy to please. Don't you believe me? Maybe I do nitpick every once in a while, but only with disrespectful students, or those nonsensical rules at the academia. You're very agreeable, and the scenery here is quite lovely, so why wouldn't I like it here? One does not run into youngsters as kind and considerate as yourself nowadays. Let's say, hypothetically, I were to discover some design flaws after staying here for some time. You wouldn't mind if I shared them with you, would you? Good, good. It seems like I'll be able to research my interests here to my heart's content after all. Even if it ends up taking me another 100 years. I will be quite content here.
Healthy body, healthy mind.
No touching! Emerge, right now.
Everyone hold hands. Hold the line.
Next on the agenda.
That's close
Happy
enough.
to oblige.
Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda. The air is just right.
Astra Abyssosque.
Thank you for completing.
For Rex Lapis! Born of Ice and Frost, right here. Emerge.
I see everything! Rust and rebuild!
Right here. Emerge. Right now. A sight to behold. Emerge. Right now. Emerge. No touching.
You win. This. I got careless. Picked the wrong test subject.
Allow me!
This is long overdue. Right here. Right now.
Hey! Share my knowledge! Hold the line!
Next on the agenda.
Subject. Free. Fall before me. You win. Free.
Access denied. Right here. Right now. Right here.
Free. Picked the wrong test subject.
Allow me!
Another test subject.
Born of ice and frost. Emerge right now.
Make yourselves at home. Everyone hold hands.
I'm always watching. Right here, right now.
Picked the wrong test subject. You win. Picked the wrong test subject.
Hold the line.
Blaze over. No touching. Right here.
I see everything. Sharing my knowledge.
Access denied. Nothing lasts forever. Right now. Right here. Right now.
Allow me.
The wrong test subject. Free.
Born of ice and frost.
Everyone hold hands.
The wrong test subject.
All hail. Access denied. Right here. Right now.
I see everything. Make yourselves at home. Rest and rebuild.
Wrong test subject.
No touching.
Free. And over. Fall before me. Free. You win. One strike
I
will
can
suffice.
fix this.
Free.
Next up, come on out. Emerge right now.
Hey,
The wrong test subject. The wrong test subject. Cut down. Like this.
way behind schedule.
Silly Gerald.
Strange. Paimon's heard lots of people talking about this academia extravaganza thing earlier. Wonder what that is. Maybe there'll be fun things to do there. Let's go to the academia and have a look for ourselves. Allow me.
Welcome to Netsuke no Genkra.
Ad Astra.
This realm is true. If you ever have
As per our contract.
I'll take my leave.
How? Regret.
How heartless.
Need
Next on the agenda. Healthy body, healthy mind.
time to go to work. Need more. Need more. We'll meet again.
We're way behind schedule. Astra. Thank you for complete.